The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Oh shit.
So
What? Okay. I see.
Let's go.
Sorry, that's not what I'm gonna be drinking all night.
You are gonna be drinking on that?
Yeah, that's not what I'm gonna be drinking all night though.
Oh, okay. You
I'll be
ain't gonna move on to
drinking-
Fireball or Screwball, are you?
No, I'm gonna move on to Cola Weissen.
What?
Cola Weissen?
Is that German?
yeah.
Yeah, it's German Hefeweizen with Coke in it. Tastes
Jesus.
pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, right.
How are the drinks over there? Probably a lot stronger than over here, huh?
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 12%.
One Miller's gonna be like fucking him up. He's gonna be like, dude, I'm so
Nah,
drunk.
I bought this on base, so this is like 5%.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what mine is here. 4.2, I believe. They put silver print on a white can, like
No, I could
that's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4.2. Yeah, so
So y'all want to go ahead and start it? We can start it, and then
Let's do
I'll
it.
let you introduce your nephew.
all right.
Right.
So how do you want to?
You go.
do
You
you
go
want to
ahead, you go
roll
ahead and
things?
start.
You want me to start? Oh,
Yeah, I want to
no.
let you start it again, like last time.
No. Okay. All right. Got to keep it straight, man. Okay. Hello and welcome
That's
to
wrong one.
Nerd
Wrong one.
Out. Huh?
Hello and welcome is the one I do with the. It's, hey, how's it going with this one? So do it again.
Oh my God. Let me be me, man. Let me flow with Joe, yo.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Hey, how's it going? This is Nerd Out Nerd Style with Tales of the Jedi. That's what we went over the whole series so far. I'm James Orr. That's Clinton Ritchie. And that's my nephew Dylan, our special guest today. Say hi, Dylan. Say hi to the audience. So, this is a series of between two individuals mainly, Count Dooku and Ahsoka Tano, which I have a really good pun joke for coming up. How do you want to start this off, Clinton? Do you want to go off with favorite parts?
Well,
or?
no. First, I want to find out who your nephew is, and why he's over in Germany. If he lives in Germany, like his favorite beer, apparently. You know, let's hear a little bit. So, you live in Germany?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm stationed here in Germany. Been here since 2020. Should be coming home pretty soon.
Are you
Favorite beer?
Marines, Army?
I'm in the army.
Army, okay.
I'm in the
cool.
army.
Oh yeah, that's good. Serving our country. Our country or somebody else's country? I don't know.
Fuck yeah, our country.
Okay, cool. Let's go. You like the army? Is it good? No. No?
Yeah, I mean, it has its moments. It definitely has its moments.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
all right. It's not too bad. I've gotten a good experience out of it. I've been overseas for 4 years. I was in Korea for a year before I was here, so I've gotten to see a lot of the world.
Oh, that's good, man. How old are you right now? You look like you're like
I'm
24.
I'm 22. I
Ah.
turned 23 in about 2 months.
Okay, cool. At least you're legal to drink, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah, well, there it's
legal
like
here
18,
is 16.
right? Oh, 16?
It's 16.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's badass. Now, you did get a chance to watch Tales of the Jedi, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I want to start this by like wondering, do y'all like Dooku's story better, or do you like Ahsoka's story more?
Get away, Dylan.
Ahsoka's story.
You like Ahsoka's story?
Yeah, that's the chick in the end, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Her
a
story was pretty
badass.
dope. Yeah.
She was able to control. You know what? We'll get in that in just a second. What about you, James?
Man, I have to go with Count Dooku. And if the audience is unaware of Count Dooku's origin stories, he wasn't originally Count Dooku. When he was a Padawan, he was just Dooku. he didn't get his count back until he went back and killed his sister. And his dad's basically a douche. Um,
Yeah, I've got
yeah,
his whole
so
backstory wrote down right here.
his sister, okay, actually loved him, and he loved his sister until he turned to the dark side. Um, when he turned to the dark side, he went back, and I forget exactly what transpired, but things go down in a bad way for his sister, and yeah, he becomes count and takes his family fortune back.
Yep. His dad actually shunned him as a kid. But I want to get into that in just a second. I want to give you all a backstory before we do Dooku stuff. Anyways, mine, I would have to go with Dooku too. Only because I've been looking up a lot of shit about Dooku. And that dude's a fucking complete badass. Which you'll figure out why here in a little bit. Now, what I want to do is I want to do 1, 5, and 6. And then 2, 3, and 4 in an order. That way we get all of Ahsoka and then all of Dooku's. Make sense?
Yep.
So, first, we'll do Ahsoka.
Just so I can clarify and have my notes straightened up over here, which I don't have a pen. That's lovely. Alright, I'm showing my butt. It's a nice butt. Only slightly dimpled. Okay. Which one is episode 5? I guess
Episode 5 is the
episode
second.
5 is Ahsoka.
Yep.
Never mind.
So 1, 5, and 6, and then 2, 3, and 4.
I had to audio record or voice to text notes on my phone because I listened to the last episode on the way home, so I could fit everything in. I didn't want to get home and have to watch another 15 minutes, and my pen is not working as I'm sitting here stalling for time. There we go. Okay, and then
all
the
cool.
last episode is. The last episode is Ahsoka as well.
Yep.
Because for some reason it starts off with episode 1. I guess it's timeline based.
It is. That's what happened.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus. Sorry.
But it's okay. We're not going to go in the timeline. We're going to go with the Ahsoka story, and then we're going to go to Dooku's story. Which, if you don't know who Ahsoka is, she was taken as a Padawan, which you'll learn after episode 1 of this one. She was taken as a Padawan by Plo Koon to train in the Jedi Order. She started off as a youngling, of course, because she was taken at like 1 year old. Then she was Anakin's Padawan when she became 14 years old, and she then left the Jedi Order because she was accused of something that she didn't do, so she left, of course.
Which you'll find that little bit of information in the Clone Wars series
Watch Clone Wars.
last season.
She was a big rebel in the Rebels. So if you want to figure out a little bit more about Ahsoka other than just Tales of the Jedi, go watch Clone Wars and watch Rebels, please.
Also, a wee bit of Mando.
Yeah, she's in there a little bit, and Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a second, but yep.
That's when Boba Fett got good.
So, anyways,
You guys hear that? No.
Yeah, no, that is whenever got good. You're right. So it starts off with the baby crying, because of course the baby was just born. Little baby's name is Ahsoka.
So hey, my joke is, the mother looked down at the baby, right, and she stared into her eyes, and she said, she looks up at the father and at the world, says, Ahsoka. Do you think she named her Ahsoka because she soaked her diaper?
Ahsoka these nuts.
The first action is what your name is. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I don't know.
Did you notice on Ahsoka's face she has like the little dots instead of like the markings she has now? So you know that they when they're born, they don't have, or they have those marks, but they're not tattoos later on. Just like on their laku, the little thing coming off their head, it has a bunch of markings and it changes over time, and everybody has different stuff. So it's not tattoos, if anybody was wondering. It's actual markings that they're born with, and they change over time.
So I have to say, how crazy would it be if one of us took our 1-year-old child on its first hunt.
I was thinking that when I was watching that. Like,
I was like,
1 years
dude,
old.
yeah.
yeah,
I was like, I understand it's their culture to do so. It's their ancient ways, right? But just how crazy is that? Like that's bizarre.
Yeah, and even her dad. What was his dad's name? Or her dad's name? Nak
I didn't write names down. I'm sorry.
Nakil, something like that. Anyways, she told him like, dude, what are you talking about? It's tradition. And he goes, that's the old ways. Those are for old people. We don't live like that no more. He says, she goes, fuck that. I go by, don't be mocking the spirits. And he goes, you mean the trees? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved it. She takes him out anyway, trying to teach her about the ways of
Almost-
life, pretty much.
Yeah, almost like Avatar.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Avatar?
If you ever seen Avatar, that's a good way to put it, James. Good job. So she tells her like everything that you see is alive, you know, and then she fucking finds that kangaroo buck type thing. What is it called? A kai buck, something like that.
Yeah, Kayabuk.
fuck. That shit looked like a fucking kangaroo and a goat.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell am I looking at right now? It's a billy goat standing up on 2 legs.
Yeah, I was gonna think it was like a fawn, but like instead of a man, it's a fucking kangaroo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was good. So she shoots and kills it. Of course, little Ahsoka doesn't want to watch it fucking die because you know who would. And she's like, no, stare at its face as it fucking bleeds out and watch
Well,
this.
she didn't.
And I
She
stabbed
didn't
it.
say that, dude.
Yes.
She said you have to face death head on. You can't be afraid to shy away from it.
Yeah, I mean,
Afraid of death, you gotta look it in the face. I think something like what she said.
Now I have to
Yeah, yeah.
ask, what's the blue paint?
The-
When
the
the
Old lady
wise
put on
lady-
her
oh,
forehead.
Yeah,
she did that for
good luck.
good
Luck.
luck. And what the fuck kind of luck did that bring? Because they still got
Bad luck.
attacked. Go ahead.
It was bad luck. Then she fucking walked to the woods and fucking the beast came out. I don't even know what the animal's name
I
was.
kept on calling
but-
it a saber-tooth tiger because that's
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
saber-tooth.
Shit was fat as fuck. She went to the woods, talked to the woods, and then fucking out it came with the fucking with Ahsoka.
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 There
Not
you go.
Leviosa.
This whole woman's casting spells, fucking witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily, you know, dude,
Hey,
honestly, I
Clinton,
must say,
Side note,
go ahead.
Glenn, Dylan's a big, huge
Harry Potter fan.
Harry Potter fan.
Dude, go watch my Harry
Where's
Potter
Book at?
episodes. I got
Huh?
2 of them. 2 episodes of Harry Potter.
I've been watching y'all on
Oh,
YouTube.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You like the show? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Good.
I like the elf one. Shit was funny.
Hell yeah. That's the last one. we did. I told you
Yeah,
that
that's
turned
last
out good. Oh yeah. So fucking we find out that Pafadi, the mom, is a fucking badass, right? She's able to fight off that lion for a good minute.
Dude,
She's just
hell
not good enough. The lion takes off, takes Ahsoka with him. Everybody, the whole town runs it there. Can't find him, but luckily, Ahsoka is such a badass with the Force. She just touches the lion, and it fucking takes her back to the people.
I have a problem with this. If these people are hunter gatherers, how could they not track the big bear, the big lion, saber tooth? I mean, it's a huge animal. It's not like it's little bitty and you just can't find its print.
You know what? I fucking agree with you. I think they were just too scared, and they said, "Well, the baby's gone."
Well, that sucks.
No, because they were about to send the search party in, right when the tiger came back out with Ahsoka. Ahsoka.
That's true. You are true about that. Or right.
So
sorry.
like, I mean, they didn't see anything like.
Well, but they said
immediately
there's no
afterwards, but they were
sign.
Yeah, but then they said we're about to go back in. Is what they were saying.
Yep.
And then as soon as they were about to go back in, out she came.
Yeah, they should have never left to begin with. But anyways, it was cool that she was able to come out, and the fucking old person, what's her name? Gennady?
G for sure.
Gun I don't know. It's Gantika.
Tiki?
Gantanka.
Gantaka.
Fuck it. Let's just call her Granny.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
move
granny was able to save her. Or no, she was like, she goes, "How is this possible?" And the old lady's like, "Jedi."
on. Jedi.
Now, by this time, this is where the first part of my story popped up. After that happens, Plo Koon comes, takes her to the Jedi, what the fuck is it
Order.
called? Order. There you go. And she's able to sit there and train and become a a Padawan, start training underneath Anakin. And then that brings us to the second part. During the Clone Wars, during all the Clone Wars, she's having to fight the entire time. So when she does her little training, no, that's
Hey, while you got a second here, I have to ask: do you think the people of Ahsoka are somewhat empath or telepathic, or maybe somewhat force sensitive? Because the grandmother knew right away when she heard the shots something was wrong, and then the father as well knew, and then the animals were chasing him down, telling him, "Hey, something's wrong."
well. I think they have a good sense of nature. Like she heard multiple gunshots, and she was only supposed to be out there hunting for the Kai buck, or like one. She heard one shot and she said, "Oh, all is well." And then she heard 3 or 4 shots. Whenever she was able to grab it and shoot at it again, that's when she sent off the dogs to go get her husband.
But the dogs went and got the husband,
Yep.
and as soon as they
I mean,
started
trained
that
dogs
way,
can do
the
anything,
husband was like,
They look like
"I wish my
puppies,
dog
though.
was trained." Just saying.
They
What?
look like little lap dogs.
Yeah.
They
They're
were.
if you ever watch Rebels, they actually look like that little cat type thing. That fucking
Lothal?
huh?
Lothal?
Yeah, the Luthal cat.
The Loth the Lothal cat?
Yeah, whatever the
Is it
fuck that
Lothal
thing
or
is.
Luthal?
Luthal.
Lothal. Loath cat. Loath cat.
I think that's what it is.
Loath cat. That's what it is. I'm 100% certain.
So, anyways, the training session that I was getting to.
Mhm.
So she was able to go. This is the second episode during the Clone Wars. Anakin
Episode
wanted to
5.
train her. Yes, Anakin wanted to train her better than that stupid training test that they were giving him. She said, "What's wrong? Everybody takes this course." He says, "That's the problem. This isn't. Droids are predictable. We want you more trained than that."
To
He's
be
like,
ready for anything.
yeah. And she says, "Bring it on. I can do anything you throw at me." He says, "Bet. Meet me at this place tomorrow." So she shows up, and Rex and the boys have fun.
Hey, so hold up. Back up to where she's training with the little balls, right?
Oh, yeah, we see. Go ahead.
Caleb Doom
Caleb
is there
Doom.
with his master.
If you don't know who Caleb Doom is, he is Kanan Jarrus from Rebels.
Hmm
He's the one that trains.
He's also in the first episode of The Bad Batch.
Yep, sure is. So go watch all that shit.
Get caught up, fools. No, I'm kidding.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yep.
plays Kanan Jarrus, the older version. So it's pretty good,
Which is
y'all.
pretty wild. Yeah, so I was like, dude, I can't believe we got like a little glimpse of Caleb. I mean, they could have put anybody in there, any youngling, don't even matter. Didn't even have to be in a fucking story. And they put Caleb Doom in there, which is his birth given name. Kanan Jarrus is his Rebels name.
Yeah, and then he acted like he didn't even know her when they met in Rebels.
Yeah. I think he knew. I think he remembered, okay? I don't know.
You can't remember
But
like some chick with that fucking badass like who
it did the fucking badass gymnastics, like dodging like multiple laser shots, doing
don't
like
even know what
somersaults in
race
the
she is.
air.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Here, I'll look it up real quick.
Find out what race she is, please. So after losing over and over and over again, she
Over.
yeah.
I could have sworn he was just gonna say again like a million freaking times.
How long do you think
Again.
like it took? Like
Again.
how many days? You think it was just one day, or you think it was
No.
like at least 2 or 3?
It was at least 2.
That shit was ridiculous. How long was I out? About an hour.
Well, she fell asleep, or she got knocked out in like a temple, like a practice area, and woke up on a ship.
That is true. It was a completely different place next time, huh? Yep. Yeah, but if you notice that by the end of that, remember whenever he says
Togruta. Let's put that up there for you. See if you can see it. Is it gonna do it?
I just sent it to me.
Okay,
Screenshot and send it to me. So my question is, or I wanted to let y'all know, since right there at the end, whenever her and Rex are about to walk out, and he goes, "I hope all that training paid off." You know what the part that is?
Yep, that is exactly right after the
Order
executed order of 66.
Yep.
That is actually the last episode of the Clone Wars.
She was actually, so you know what happens right after that, right?
Yeah, she fights all of those clone troopers.
Right. He sets his gun to stun, and he fucking they fight all those clone troopers, and she was able to make it out thanks to all that training that Anakin did. Even though Anakin is the reason Order 66 happened.
No, don't you
Yes,
fucking go
yes,
there. No, bitch.
Yes, because
No, Emperor Palpatine,
Oh, really?
aka
And what?
Darth Sidious,
And who was
is
about
the
to
one
kill him?
or executed.
Somebody was about to
And
kill him.
Hold it. And also, Count Dooku is the one that helped initiate the placements of the chips.
Right? And I
Okay,
agree. I agree
so
with that.
therefore, Anakin is just a pawn in the grand scheme of things.
Dooku was just a pawn.
No, yeah, Dooku was a pawn.
Yep.
But
Anakin was supposed to be Palpatine's host body. He was supposed to transfer his essence over to him whenever he had a chance to. So
and then when Obi-Wan fucked it up and sliced off all his limbs, he said, "Fuck that dude."
yeah, he was like pretty much useless after that. But all the Jedi were dead, which was Anakin's fault because he stopped Mace Windu from killing Palpatine.
Yeah.
So therefore, it was his fault. But he also trained Ahsoka to make sure that she was able to.
Excuse me. Oh my god, I got a really sensitive mic.
To make sure that she was able to stay alive. Now,
I'm sorry.
What did you say?
I got a really sensitive mic and I'm over here just belting out like nothing. That's brutal. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, audience. I'm really sorry.
Can you mute it like I do, like this?
No, I don't have a mute feature.
It's not that cool.
I can turn it all the way down, but I have to get in here and move things around a little bit so I can get my fat fingers in there.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
It's almost like kind of.
Yeah, I'm about to restart my shit real quick. All right.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
probably a good time to do it. I can't wait to get to Dooku. Oh my god.
I got a whole backstory I want to say for him before we start, too.
Oh, and I probably fucked it up again. My bad. Hey, do you want to do my little arm thing?
You did good, but I got more to it that I want to add.
Sure. Look, just 6 inches at a time is good, okay?
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Oh yeah, I got something to say to you, Jay. That episode, I don't know if it was the elf episode or the first bonus episode, but you said something about your pecker being 6 inches. And I was gonna say something. I know we both related, so I know that was a lie.
Hey, I put a tape on it. Fuck it. I'll speak the truth.
Dude, I think that was like one of our earlier Star Wars
episodes.
It
was like one of the first ones.
I don't remember which one it was. That's just funny. I heard that shit. I was like, Jay, you a damn lie.
I speak the truth.
Anyway.
See justice you shall. Behind this penis you will.
All right, do your action thing, James. I want to leave that in there.
Okay, you ready?
Now. So, part 3.
Welcome back.
Part 3. Padme's funeral.
Dude, epic, right?
Yep. She was there. Nobody could see her because she had a cloak over her head, of course.
Which is kind of weird because she has those luxurious.
Like who?
Yeah. That thing.
Yeah, so but she's on the run. The Empire is looking for her because Order 66. She's also they also think that do they think that she's died already? Do they think
Yes,
she's
they
dead
think-
already?
Well,
Yeah,
they
she was
thought
dead.
so.
I know she
Because-
does later on. I don't know about right now during the
I
funeral.
think so because she was with the clone troopers.
No, because he already had his. No, because he's fucking burned right now, being turned into Darth Vader. That's right. So it's later on that they.
Well,
think that
if
she
you
died.
remember,
Wait.
in the Clone Wars, they separate. She wants him to go with her, and he refused.
Yeah,
he said
but
that she should have stayed with the Order.
either way, I'm lost. It's fine. I'm gonna agree to disagree. I know later on, whenever she goes to the village and she meets, I never got their name. I tried multiple times. The brother and sister of the farmer person.
We'll just call
Were they
her.
brother and sister? I thought they were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh no, they say brother and sister a couple times. I was looking for a name
Oh.
though, and I couldn't find it, which sucks.
Uh.
Yeah.
I
They're
call-
boyfriend,
I call the
girlfriend. That'd be
sister-
fucked up.
I call the sister
It's
the
from
lucky
Alabama
one,
shit.
and the brother the bitch.
the
Fucking
gallant one and the bitch. I'll agree because
He's a hoe.
yeah, fuck that
But
dude.
there's Let me just ask: do you think Ahsoka Tano should have risked her life like she did and saved the girl, or do you think she should have let her get
Well,
hit by the hay?
you
Because
remember
there's a
Obi-Wan,
good
right?
chance she wouldn't have been crushed,
Maybe those things of hay are
To
like
death.
hundreds of pounds.
possibly.
But you remember Obi-Wan, right? The
Mhm.
TV show. You know, remember how like the Inquisitor was going around? They said that they just can't help themselves. They have to save people. That's in her nature. She has to save her. But like,
Yeah,
those-
but
it's like-
Obi-Wan didn't save that kid from getting hanged.
I know. He didn't go with them, but he wasn't around when he got hanged, when he got caught either.
Yeah, but he sent him away in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but he
He
didn't.
found him in the fucking desert, remember?
Yeah,
He's
that
like,
was different.
Obi-Wan, you can help us. And he's like, dude, you got the wrong guy. Get lost, fly. Get
Yeah,
lost.
but he wasn't in immediate danger. Like whenever that
Yeah,
Inquisitor
well-
threw the knife at that one, he stopped it.
See, I think it's the amateurs, the ones that are not Jedi masters.
Yeah, Obi-Wan was better at making sure he did not get involved. That way he could stay hidden longer to protect Luke.
Luke.
Sorry.
Luke, he is your father.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
So that's pretty much the reason. But I feel like those hay bales on that little girl might have done some serious damage. Probably not killed
Yeah.
her. Probably.
It probably would have broke her neck or broke her back
Well,
or
broke their neck.
legs,
that's-
arms.
They would have crushed her. Those things are heavy, man.
That's what I thought too, but like maybe only one of them.
Hey.
She'll probably get hurt. Like 200 pounds, I'm thinking at least,
Yeah. Well,
At
if
least.
they're like
She was hurt.
hay bales in the Americas today, they're like about 75, 80 pounds
No,
per bale.
Little small
those
square ones.
big old bells. Those big old bells are fucking
The-
like
the-
500
those are tiny.
pounds. Yeah, the tiny ones. Yeah,
Or isn't it not tiny?
maybe I don't know.
Maybe they.
But
I
that
don't
dude
know.
was fucking dumb as fuck for putting all that shit on there in the first place.
Well,
he said,
she did
She
say
called
don't
him on
do
it.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then immediately afterwards, he's like, "Ah, fuck this! I'm gonna go get some food. Hey, droids, finish up." And
Hey.
then-
That's twice two people didn't fucking listen to somebody else, and
Yeah.
they reap the consequences from it.
Yep, exactly. I agree. I feel like that happens a lot in Star Wars, to be honest. Fucking that
Luke
dude-
didn't listen to Yoda and went and got his hand cut off by his dad.
exactly. Yep.
So they foreshadow it all.
Yep. It always happens. That's just the thing
So-
about Star Wars.
Do you think that boy? Do you think he went and told the Empire about Ahsoka Tano after he's like, "And may the Force be with you"?
Yeah.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think he went and told them because that's what he was going to do the whole time, or do you think he went and told them out of hatred for her because she didn't say, "Oh, thank you, you too"?
No, he fucking was glorifying the Empire. They're here to help us.
Yeah.
Fuck the.
He thought
fuck
he
the
was doing a
Jedis.
good thing.
Exactly. He thought that he was going to get rewarded for turning in the Jedi, But of course, the Inquisitors don't give a fuck, and they were going to kill him anyway for his reward. That's what she said, at least.
You've been a good boy. Let me chop you up right now.
But luckily, that's
Sorry.
what gets Ahsoka back in the rebellion, and that's why she was able to be there for the rebels.
Whoa, cut out, Slick. You forgot the fucking fight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude,
the fight where
that
she
was
doesn't use
epic.
one lightsaber, nothing.
Yeah.
She was just able to go ahead. I'll let you explain it.
So, as he's saying, "Oh, could it be? Is it really you?" And then she balls up her fist, right, but by her side, and she takes a kind of defensive stance. And then he says,
Like she had two lightsabers.
he says, "Ahsoka Tano," and then she relaxes her fist, right? She relaxes her fist and goes more of a neutral defense stance instead of a full defense stance, I would say. Dylan would know more about defense stances
wax
than
on, wax off.
probably both of us, but that's okay. And so, yeah, he comes up to her to try to attack, and she just flat ass dodges his swings, and then grabs the saber, kicks him back, and chops off his head. Like, dude, like, like, man, it was
So
epic.
when his head hit the ground, what happened to it? Like, why did it
Just
lose its mass?
I'm wondering if the head popped out and the mask just fell.
No.
Or what if she just cut off the face,
Yeah.
the front part of it?
I don't know. And how the fuck did? Okay, look, this is another thing. They know Ahsoka Tano, right? And they know a lot of people don't know that Vader is Anakin Skywalker. Not a lot of people do know that. So like,
Are you
how
talking
did-
about in Star Wars or
Yeah,
out in the real
in Star
world?
Wars. In Star Wars. So how the fuck did that person know who Ahsoka Tano was and relates to Anakin? Because he's like, I'm gonna get a big reward for this one. Like, why is her head so high whenever she supposedly died a long time ago?
Well, I think that
There's just the fact that she was a Jedi.
Ah,
Yeah.
It wasn't her head.
okay, I'll agree with that.
Like the Jedi was hiding out on their farm, and so he thought that the Empire would reward them for exposing a Jedi, and then when he got there, like after he threw her out of the way, that's when he understands that she's
A Jedi,
who she is.
yeah.
Then what's his name, the guy she cut his face off or her head off of.
It was
He understands her identity when she throws the brother out of the way from getting killed.
bitch.
Right.
And that's when he understands that it's her, because only she can be that powerful.
Right. Yep, I agree with that. That's whenever he's actually found out, like, oh fuck, this is a Jedi, and that's why he said that he's going to get a big reward.
Yeah, it's not only a Jedi, but it's her.
Yeah, but how
And
did?
that's
Yeah,
why
but he
he's
knew her
here.
by name.
Yeah, but he knew her by name. That was my problem. Like, how does he know her by name?
Is she that big of a deal?
Yes, well, she
To her
wasn't.
master.
Her master was, but her master is Darth Vader, and a lot of people don't know that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker, and she supposedly died a long time ago by.
What?
Go ahead.
What if the Inquisitor? What if he's directly underneath Darth Vader?
I don't know. I don't know what Inquisitor it was, but I do know that one of the Inquisitors, the Grand Inquisitor, you know what he was?
Grand.
A Jedi Temple Guard.
Really?
Yep. He was once a Jedi Temple Guard, and he actually helped Anakin overthrow the Jedi Temple whenever Anakin came and killed off all the Jedi and Padawans and younglings with the youngling Slayer 9,000 or 3,000. So, yep, there's all that. But anyways, let's go on to Dooku, right?
Hold on. Comment down below what your favorite Ahsoka Tano moment was.
Yeah. All of Clone Wars, Rebels, doesn't fucking matter. Let us know.
Oh, I was just talking about the series we
No.
got. If you want to go that deep,
Yep.
Dude.
Let us know your favorite Ahsoka Tano moment.
that's deep.
Ahsoka was
I
badass,
don't know.
dude. She is deep.
The beheading was kind of badass.
Hey,
Watch the whole bit.
her fucking master did it once. To this guy that we're talking about right now, Count Dooku.
Oh, that wasn't even the end of that wasn't even in the end of that episode.
Yeah, they well,
She calls the senator.
right. She calls
Yeah.
Bell Organa. Bell Organa comes and picks him up, and that's when she joins the rebels, and she was able to get them off the planet before the Empire comes.
And then the next time you see her in the next, I guess, Star Wars timeline is in the Rebels TV series.
Yep, in the timeline. Yep, good job.
I think it's what episode or season 3,
season 2.
season 2, really.
Season 2, like episode 1 or something like that.
Oh yeah, remember she goes and helps them fight off Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's when she first finds out that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker because they feel each other through the Force.
Sir, buy me coffee first. Sorry, Dylan. Cut yourself out of this one. I'm just teasing. But yeah, because I don't know if I should say it, but now we know how she survived after, because
She did what fucking
Ezra
everyone did.
opened up the wormhole portal thing and went and got her, pulled her back out.
That
saved her.
was after she fought with
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, right? At the that was at the
That
end.
was in season 4.
No, that was season 2. At the end of season.
No.
Oh, what you're talking about with Ezra going into the portal was season 4.
Mhm.
At
Yep.
the end of season 2 is whenever her and Darth Vader fought, and that's when she got trapped in there.
Which, Dylan, have you watched
Not trapped in there,
the Rebels?
No.
but go
No.
watch Rebels.
Go watch.
It took me
Season-
forever to get James to watch it. If you listen to all of our earlier Andor ones, I'm telling him to watch it the entire time, and then he like starts watching them, and he finishes it before Andor's done, and he loves it.
I do. I almost reference Rebels at least once a show. It doesn't matter what show.
See, there's a dilemma though, because like I watched A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and The Return of the Jedi. I loved those, and then I start watching the newer stuff, like get
What
into
about
the
the old one?
90s and stuff like that. Yeah, the old ones are good, but get into the newer ones, bro, and I just start losing interest as soon as I started getting into like the newer stuff, like anything past 2000s. Like it just starts getting like boring compared to the old shit. I don't know.
Dude,
He doesn't know the
episode
story.
3.
I have a hard
Episode
time
3
staying engaged.
Episode 3 is the best one ever made. You're talking the ones you said that was 4, 5, and 6. Episode 3, 1, 2, and 3. 3 is the best
Yeah.
one. Trust me.
Which one's 3? Which one's 3?
Where Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
I mean, what's the name or the title?
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That one's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that was
So I watched.
Good.
I watched
That
Revenge
one's
of the
the
Sith.
best.
I've watched The Force Awakens.
That one sucks. Do not put 7, 8, and 9 in there. Phantom Menace, which is the very first one. That one's good
Yeah,
with little Anakin. Then
And I've watched that one.
Attack of the Clones is whenever he's a Padawan training with Obi-Wan. Revenge of the Sith is whenever he becomes Darth Vader, and then it goes into A New Hope, which has Luke, and then
No, it goes into
the
Rogue
Empire?
One.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And you could also say Solo if you want to start doing that, buddy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's how it's gonna be.
there's so
I gotta
much
go get
there's
me
so
some
much
drink.
the stories in between with like the series. Obi-Wan is in between 3 and 4. Fucking Rebels is in between 3 and 4. Clone Wars is in between 2 and 3. So like if you're able to watch all these in order, and it gives you a bigger picture of what's actually going on.
So, in which order should you watch them though? Should you watch them?
You should watch
in
Episode 1, Phantom Menace. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Then watch the
so
Clone
everybody
Wars.
should- in time order is what you're saying?
Yes.
Like
Yep.
order of when they occurred. Okay.
Yep. And then you watch after
Okay.
Attack of the Clones, you watch the Clone Wars.
See, I think I watched them in order from when they released. Is the way I watched it.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Even George Lucas will say that you need to watch them 1 through 6. So don't watch it 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
No.
Watch it because that doesn't make sense when you watch 7, 8, 9. You know, it doesn't go together. But 7, 8, 9, you can just throw that in
Yeah.
the trash. We don't
Hey,
talk
Dylan.
about those.
You know what?
Those are the three that I definitely was like the least interested me.
Yeah, they
Because
fucking
I did
suck,
watch
dude.
the other. I watched 1 through 6 already. I know that, and
So,
those were good.
hey, so you know why they never made a 10th Star Wars? Because 10 was scared. 7, 8, 9.
Okay, hey, hold on. If 7 is afraid of 8, if 6 is afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9, then why is 10 scared?
Because 10 is a 1 and a 0.
No, because 10 is right in between 9, 11. Actually, that's supposed to be right in the middle. But you know what I mean?
That's
I got what you were picking
that
up.
was tough to swallow.
Or putting down,
literally.
sorry.
Sorry for anybody that lost family in that.
Yep. 9/11, dude.
Family
That
or
was
loved ones.
fucking
Um,
sad.
yeah.
Sad time. I was like 12.
Moving on.
We already talked about that one episode.
So,
I don't do that
what you
one.
need to do, Dylan, this is what you need to do. And I want you to do this before you come home, okay?
Yeah,
So
what's
we
up?
can talk about this when I pick you up from the airport. And if his family's watching right now, Johnny Wing's family, I'm picking him up. Fuck you.
Oh, I was saying hello.
Yeah, hi. Love you guys. But I'm
So,
still picking them up.
We're gonna move on.
But hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
So you need to watch 1, 2, and then watch the Clone Wars. Then watch 3, then watch Rebels.
And
Then
Obi-Wan.
watch Obi-Wan.
Solo.
Yeah, watch Obi-Wan before the Rebels.
Yep.
Then watch the Rebels, and then watch Andor. Then watch Rogue One
And Solo.
and Solo.
And then
And then
episode
4, 5,
4.
and 6.
5 and 6, yes, like he just said.
You only got about, I don't know,
And then
a couple of weeks
but when does the Mandalorian go in there?
Mandalorian's after the Empire
after.
Falls.
Yeah,
So it's after number
6.
6.
Oh.
So you can watch Mandalorian after that.
But before 7.
Darn.
Yeah.
pretty
Mandalorian's
good.
awesome, okay? Okay, you know how in like episode, was it 6? Yeah, Return of the Jedi, whenever Boba Fett falls into the fucking
That lizard,
something
the
pit.
worm,
No, it's a pit. It's a
the pitman.
no. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I'm fucking having a brain fart. Yeah, everybody knows I know this. Well, anyways, after
Yeah,
he falls
everybody
in there,
knows.
that's when Boba Fett pops up, and then Boba Fett comes in around season 2 of Mandalorian. So you watch Mandalorian, then Mandalorian 2, then Boba Fett after that. So make sure to do that too.
But the main
all
thing is
fits.
you want to
It
watch
all
1 through
I'll have
6.
to do it. I'll have
1
to
through
do
6 movies.
on Christmas break or something.
Yeah,
It's only like I don't know what 20 hours worth of content, maybe 30,
Probably
Only-
more.
40, 50, 60, 70. Fuck it.
It's multiple
so
TV
good.
shows.
But yeah, man.
And you can go like I do, and you can get Audible, and you can start reading all the books. I'm listening to a High
the-
Republic
Yeah, no,
series
I'm
right now. High Republic series, dude. Let's go. They actually have a Dooku book, which I'm going to read part of that for y'all in just a second. It's not like exactly what happens in the book, but it's like a summary. I have not listened to it myself. I've just listened to what goes on in it. It's called Dooku, A Fallen Jedi. Some things you might not know.
Hey,
Dooku.
can you just say the pun Dooku the doo-doo?
What? So James, I got something for you though.
Oh boy, I'm ready.
Hold on. Dooku was given to the Jedi by his dad, like you said, because his dad didn't like force sensitive people, and he said, "Get this fucking thing away from me." But Dooku also was the only person one of the only Jedis who actually knew his family. So most Jedis, they're taken when they're super young and they don't even know who any other family is. But on one of these missions, he noticed the girl and like went up to her, left it everybody else and went up to her, and he found out that that's actually his sister, right? So him and his sister started talking against the Jedi code because that's not allowed. And his best friend at the time was that Sifo Dyas guy, Master Sifo Dyas from
Wasn't it
Attack
Master
of the
at the time?
Clones. Yep, from Attack of the Clones. It's like the only time you actually hear the name. Well, I guess you hear it in Clone Wars too.
You do hear it. I don't think you hear it in Clone Wars nearly as much as you do in episode. What was it? Episode 2?
I'm not too sure. But anyways, so
Yeah, episode 2.
you hear episode 2 for sure.
Yeah.
And then after you hear that, like he was training against, or him and somebody else, or him, Cypher Diaz and Cypher Diaz's master was actually looking for Sith artifacts. What was her name?
Oh, dang it, I forgot her name. No, so are you talking about the origin story of Count Dooku?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, okay, so Count Dooku wanted his master to be that
Oh,
that
Kastana.
lady.
There it is.
Yeah,
So-
Kastana. Okay,
so-
so he won. Hold on, I got this part. I got this, baby. Anyway, so he wanted his master to be her, right? And he wanted it so bad, he basically laid Safra Diaz out one hand behind his back, fighting. And this looks like tacos. Taco sauce? No, it's beer, huh?
Yeah, it's beer. It's the half a bison I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. So, anyways, he wanted Count. What's her name?
Katana or Kastana.
Kastana. He wanted her to be his master so bad that he basically laid the whip down on Master Safra Diaz, which they're best friends as kids. It's sort of fucked up. It's like, that's like, you're gonna whip your friend's ass, and you want to do it so awesomely that you do it one hand behind your back. Like,
Hey,
you're pretty much
speaking
a
of-
douche.
Speaking of one hand behind your back, he uses lightsaber form 2, which none of the other Jedi practiced at the time, because lightsaber form 2 is only it's meant for lightsaber battles only. And no Sith were alive back then. Like, they were like gone from existence for 1,000 years. So he trained in that, even though it wasn't a normal lightsaber combat type. So yeah, there's that.
I got a problem with that. If that's the case, we know that Darth Sidious was trained by Darth Plagueis the Wise, right?
Yep.
So if that's the case, Darth Sidious should be a little bit older or around the same age as
No,
Count
they were all
Dooku.
in
So,
hiding. They were in hiding.
so they wasn't gone. They
Yeah.
just wasn't out in the light.
Nobody
speak.
knew about them for 1,000 years.
Yeah, let's just say that. That's-
The Sith were in
that
hiding.
that
for
made it a
1,000
little bit better for me. So, fun fact, what's her name? Kastana.
Yeah, Kasana. Good job.
Kastana
Very
actually
fast.
didn't pick Dooku, as we now know. She went with Jedi Safra Diaz. And something unspoken, undone at the time, Grandmaster Jedi Yoda took on Count Dooku, which is unheard of because usually the Grandmaster can't take on a Padawan because he's usually overseeing the whole Jedi Council. So the reason he took him on was because he saw the great potential for the light, but also, god dang, that's a beer, dude.
That looks like a tasty beer too.
Good lord, I'm getting thirsty over here.
Go ahead and
Yeah,
finish
it's
this.
pretty
Come
good.
on, dude.
Bring it, Chuck.
No, yeah.
After dark, gonna be lit. No,
You gotta
I'm
enjoy
kidding.
it. You can't just throw it
So,
back.
but yeah, Yoda saw the potential for the light side of Count Dooku, which wasn't Count yet at the time, just Dooku. And then so he saw the light, and he also saw the dark. He knew the family history, the struggle with his family, which that was a big ass lightning strike, dude. I heard that one for sure. So he decided to take him under his wing so he can make sure he got the proper care and management.
Training, because Yoda felt like he was the only one that was going to be able to let him control his anger, his passion, the way that he saw in Dooku.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's pretty much it.
No, that's not it. So his
Oh,
brother,
that's it for me. Sorry.
so his brother let him know that
Oh, yeah.
pirates were coming to invade their world. So Cypher Diaz fucking Kastana and fucking Dooku all went to his home planet to save his brother, but it was a trap, and his brother ended up imprisoning him, and then he used the fucking lightning against him.
That's the first recorded instance of Count Dooku using the lightning against
Yep.
anybody.
Yep, and he learned it all because that Kastana chick was all interested in Sith artifacts, and Yoda was too fucking busy as a Grand Master to actually teach his Padawan, so he was always with Kastana instead and Sifo Dyas running together, and they were just running around all wild because
If you really think about it, it's the best of both worlds for him in his instance because he got what he wanted eventually, and he also got trained by one of the best masters at the time.
Yep, and he let fucking Ventress murder his sister right in front of him, and he didn't give a fuck because he was.
Well,
falling
he
too
didn't
far
let
down.
her. He told her to do so.
Yeah, yeah, my bad.
So Ventress is off of the Clone Wars. You don't see the coming up in Clone Wars of Ventress, but she is part of the Night Sisters, which is also really fucking badass. I mean, just watch Rebels. Not Rebels, sorry. Clone Wars. It's really good. It's really long. 7 seasons. Right? Is that right,
Yeah,
Clinton?
7 seasons, yes.
And each season has like what, 18 to 20 episodes?
There's 20 to 24 episodes, 18 to 24 episodes in most seasons. And the last season, I think there's only like 10 or 11.
Yeah, so it's really good. I highly recommend watching 2 series, The Rebels and The Clone Wars.
I listen, at first, it's going to be slow. It's not going to be that good. You get past season 2 on both of them, and it gets fucking amazing. Okay.
So
It's,
why do they
it's-
do that? Because that's always the fucking case. They always go the first season's so boring, and you have to like freaking
This-
muscle through it.
This is the thing. When you're making a series, you have to lay out character growth. You have to let you know who the characters are, so there's not going to be as much what you want in it. But after you get to learn the characters by a couple seasons, Clone Wars gets super dark. You start seeing Anakin turn into Vader before episode 3 even happens.
Well, I wouldn't say turn into Vader. I would say turn to the dark side.
Yeah, you see why he's the way
And
he
you
is.
also learn in the Clone Wars what probably his true purpose of being the chosen one was.
Yep.
It was to take the father time.
Oh yeah. By the way, James, you know how like last week I was saying his second Padawan was fucking Rel Everost, but it was actually his first one. Now
Who count?
Count Dooku's first Padawan.
God.
First Padawan was Rel Everost, right? So check this out.
Yep.
You know
Luthen.
You know Luthen's last name?
Ravel.
Rel.
Ravel.
So Luthen Rel Everost. Now check this out. You know who introduced Dooku to Palpatine?
Oh.
Rel Everost. Now, if Dooku got introduced to Palpatine by Rel Everost, who's to say that Palpatine or that Dooku's first
Everost.
apprentice, who disappeared, that nobody knows where he is, isn't another Sith in hiding because he fucking decided to back out on Sidious?
AKA Luthen.
Yeah, aka Luthen. He is
which
a
is
Sith,
Andor.
like we've been saying this entire time, y'all motherfuckers. He's a Sith Lord, not a Jedi. Get the fuck out of here.
He would be much cooler if he was a Sith Lord.
Yep, I agree. Yeah. So I just wanted to get that out there. So now, let's go to part 1. That was so long.
Oh my god. It just dawned on me. The tools of my enemy? What if the tools of his enemy isn't using the dark ways? What if it's using the rebels as the tools? Right?
All right, give me like 1 second.
I gotta go pee. That hit me so hard right in the pecker.
That's fine. We're gonna pause it right here then. We're gonna get through
Good.
Dooku in a second. I'm so
Good, I'll be
sorry,
right
buddy. I know it's super late for you. Give me 1 second. I don't know what you're doing right now, but you better be hitting that like and subscribe button right down there. Make sure to go ahead, hit it, like, and subscribe. Subscribe. It's free. Just do it. I know this, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, alcohol. Oh, alcohol. How fucked up you make me, alcohol. Like Coruscant.
Coruscant. No, I'm just kidding. Coruscants?
You gotta watch
Coruscant.
our. You gotta watch our Andor podcast episodes.
I got to.
All right. Oh, where'd he go?
He
First, you gotta
probably
watch-
died.
You gotta watch Andor before you watch the first episode, then watch our podcast. Then watch the second episode. Then watch,
They watch podcast. Yeah. I'm gonna need y'all there to talk me through all this.
yeah, well,
a lot.
we will do it.
We actually did do it. It's already done. It's recorded.
Yeah, but the thing is I don't know how right we are the entire time.
Hey, man, speak for yourself, dude. I'm flawless.
Do you keep up with MCU?
Yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah.
watch all those?
I've watched all the TV shows and all the movies except for whatever just came out in theaters and hasn't made it here yet.
Yeah, I got to like phase 4, the most recent phase, and it kind of died out on it. I was so bummed when the Avengers ended.
Yeah, that sucks. But have you not like watched anything since then? They're going in
Yeah,
a really
like
good
the Loki
direction.
series,
Loki's amazing.
I didn't watch Loki
the
series.
Black Widow.
But I did not watch that.
Wait,
Is
you
it
didn't
good?
watch what?
Is it good? Black Widow.
What?
That's the only one I haven't watched.
Yeah.
So I
It's
lied a
pretty
minute ago.
Well, it doesn't matter what the Black Widow is because the Black Widow died. I'm sorry. Spoilers alert.
Fuck that.
Hey, how about we cut all
Endgame-
that shit out and then
If they have
I'll
not
just
seen
do my
Endgame
little
yet, they
thing
can
here.
fucking suck a dick. They should know that this is a spoiler. Like we spoil shit over here.
A lot.
That's just what's
Like
gonna
bad
Yeah,
meat.
you gotta put that in your title, spoiler alert, and fucking what is it, asterisk
Nah.
at the end, so everybody knows.
If they have not seen Endgame, it's been fucking like what 4 years? Something like
Almost
that?
5.
2018. It was 2018.
Has it really
right?
been that long?
Yes. It's been a long time.
Jesus.
It's 2018.
I'm gonna be
right?
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I never watched. I watched all the Harry Potters for the first time after I graduated in 2018. I watched all of the Star
Been that
Wars
long?
movies for the first time when I was literally this last year. I watched all the Star Wars movies in 2021, and then
Watch them again. They just keep getting better. Just saying.
and then I watched all the MCU last Christmas. This is
Hell
when I
yeah.
started watching MCU.
20.
So,
Dude,
like-
there's the very first out of I think there's 24 movies, right? First thing of the Avengers. It's like 24 movies. I'm pretty sure. You know how many hours
For the
that is?
MCU,
Yeah, for the very for
yeah,
like, the
I
first
don't know
half,
how
not-
many. There's. This is a fucking lot.
Phase 1.
yeah, before Phase 4, whatever the fuck, whatever happens after the end
Phase
game.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, whatever happens.
I just know
before
there's,
Endgame.
there's a fucking lot.
Yeah,
I
24
literally
episodes, I'm
watched
pretty sure.
until I don't know how long. I probably watched for like a good 2 months. Like I went home for Christmas when I got COVID over there. When I got COVID, I fucking sat there and I started watching it from the very beginning. I went in order from when they released, so the
Oh, okay.
actual, not the
God,
time order.
listen to this.
I
So
watched
there
them
is
in time order
37
multiple
different
times.
titles.
Yeah, now.
Okay.
Now there
and that's about 108 hours.
Jesus.
Now, have you ever
What is
sat
that?
down and
38?
watched them all
40?
in order? Sorry.
What'd you say, Don?
Have- He said, what was that, 4 or 5 days? 24 hours is 1 day, so 48 hours is 2 days. 48
Let's
plus
just say
48 plus 48 is fucking
That's
86.
for
So 86 hours is 4 days. So yeah, about 4 or 5 days. 4 or
Let's
5
just
days.
say
10
if
it'd
you-
be 5 days.
if you do it
Or
for a
wait,
week,
no, it'd be 5 days.
you're not going to be
He
able
said
to do it
110,
in
right? How many hours is it?
108.
108, yeah. Close enough.
So 2 hours shy of 5
5
days.
days.
Dude,
Good math, dude.
I wish I had a spring break. Shit.
I said.
That's not
Oh, I was off by some. I said
Oh, yeah.
48 plus 48 is 86. It's 96. I fucked up.
Oh damn.
Oh well.
Oh
Moving
well.
on.
Oh well.
Oh well.
So 4 days and 8 hours. Got it.
Yeah, 4.5 days. It's 5 fucking days. Round up. Jesus. What's
It's a
wrong
lot
with
of
you
days.
guys?
Round
You gotta
up.
add all the hold on, you gotta add all the piss breaks, the shit breaks, the beer breaks, the snack breaks,
Yeah.
the sex breaks, all of that.
All
All
the
this gotta
breaks.
factor.
If you're having sex in a movie theater, show me your ways.
How do you get away with it? That's what I want to know. Dude, we got to get back to this.
Yes, we do. We actually do.
So, part
And
one.
so,
All right.
Part one.
do you want to do the cut, or do you want to make this all one?
Nah, I'm just gonna leave it all in there.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. So
So as it starts, we see Qui-Gon.
we hadn't even started the first part of Doku.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Dooku
doing
yet.
right now. I'm doing that right now.
Golly, dude.
So as it starts, we see Qui-Gon and Dooku flying in a ship, and they're on their way to this town to go help the townspeople.
No,
No.
son.
Sorry, to go
You're looking
find
for the
a kidnapped kid, right?
yes.
From the senator. The senator's name is
Count douchebag.
Dagnut or Dagne. Dagne. The T is silent. Maybe it's Dagnut. I don't
Like
fucking
Dagnut
know.
better.
Anyways, the senator's kid. The senator's kid. They go to fucking find him. They find out that nobody's talking to him because everybody's like, fuck this. The Republic is not going to intervene on this. We're going to fucking handle this because nobody else is helping us, right? They see a lady. She gets her dog inside and shuts the door on them. They walk into the pub because, of course, there's people in the bar at all times. And they find out that the entire place is in on it. They all kidnapped that kid.
Well, they didn't walk in and find that out like that, man. They walked in and said,
in and sat down.
"Who
his
knows about
lightsaber.
this kidnapped kid? We're looking for this kid." And then the group of people, say something, and then they sit down at the table. It's like, "I'm just gonna let you know right here what my intentions are." Pulls out his lightsaber.
Well, did they not like say verbatim? So you're all in on it or something like
Yeah,
that?
they
Yep,
did.
they did that after
But
what
he
he's talking
said,
about.
"So which one of you done it?" And they all turned around and like stood up and like, and then Doku, being a fucking badass he is, he said, "They're all in it." And I'm like, dude, I love Doku.
Yeah,
Dooku,
he goes
Goku.
Dooku. He literally says, "Oh, so you're in on the kidnapping," and then they all stand up and they say, "Oh, they're all in on it." Puts his shit
I'm pretty
on.
sure it was Qui-Gon that said that.
Yep.
He
Well,
said, so
no.
you're
Qui-Gon said, "What? So you're in on the kidnapping," and then Dooku said what you said. You're all
right.
in on it.
They all stood up, and Dooku was all like, "I don't know what's wrong with me now." I
Dude,
got up from my
Have you
chair.
even watched
for 5
Dragon
minutes.
Ball and you're fucking sitting Doku like it's
Goku.
Goku? Come on, dude. Get out of here.
My bad. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, it was. Needless to say, it was badass. Let's move on.
It was badass. They walk outside
It
because
gets better.
they take him to the kid. They go to talk to the kid, of course. I don't even know his fucking name because I didn't hear it because they didn't want to tell you any names during this. They leave shit out. So
Well, it's really only about Ahsoka Tano and Count Dooku.
Yeah, I know, but come on. They said other names like random people that don't belong.
Like Yaddle.
Yaddle? She's in
Yaddle.
episode 1.
I don't give a shit. Let me ask you this. Did she have a speaking part in episode 1?
No, she's only
Then
in it
shut
for
the
like
fuck
2
up.
seconds or maybe a second. It's like a
Then shut
it's
the
such
fuck
a
up.
she's on the fucking council though.
I don't give a shit if she's God. Fuck it. She didn't speak. She don't belong. Get that bitch out of here.
Well,
Next.
anyways,
I'm kidding.
so as they're
kidding.
talking to the kid and they find out that the kid's perfectly fine. He's just like still tied up for some reason. And he said he's being treated a lot better than what these people are. Right?
He
By
said for a prisoner, he said they asked him, "So how are you? Are you okay? You've been treated okay?" And he's like, "Dude, for a prisoner, yeah, actually."
a lot better than these
So
people.
it gave off the impression that his father treats his prisoners a lot worse.
Yeah. His dad's a fucking jackass, and he shows up with a fucking bunch of soldiers. They say, "Oh shit, you betrayed us," right?
He didn't say that. He said, "Hey,
No,
where's
they
my kid? Release my son
no
at
no
once."
they say oh, the Jedi betrayed us, and he goes,
No,
no
he
no no
said,
listen. He said the Jedi betrayed us, and then he said they didn't even know we were coming. We were sent by the council, and then they walk out there, and then he tells the Jedi to arrest those men. He
"Oh,
says,
you know what that's about? It's about the fucking corruption of the Senate and the Jedi." See, we'll get into this later, probably on the third episode of Count Dooku, because what I'm about to tell you is gonna blow your dick out the water, literally. Fans, people that watch this, whoever you are, thank you for one, and for two, you're gonna really love what I have to say if you love Star Wars. So,
so
anyways, they come out and the Count
fight
Dooku tells the
ensues.
people. Count Dooku tells the people of the land, the lady. He says they didn't even know we were coming. You know, no one did, and so someone sold them out, obviously. But besides that, when they go
It's just
outside,
the dude. It was the or the
the
senator
senator,
just
yeah,
trying to fucking
get
go
his
over there.
kid.
Yeah. Well, nobody told him about it. He was just taking
Well,
matters into his own hands. He was going to go
the
fucking murder all those
he
people, and then that's why Dooku had a problem with it.
he wanted his kid right now, and Dooku had a problem with that because Dooku was trying to understand why the kid got kidnapped and see what's going on. Obviously, you can see the land's impoverished times. Like it's really ran down. Looks like wildfires have ensued on the planet. At least from a wildfire perspective of things. Um, and so he's trying to figure out why the senator and his son look so well, and these people don't. If you're a senator of your world or your country or state, you think you'd take care of your places a little better than what this place is being taken care of. And so he's trying to figure that out. And the senator has a big issue with this. And so that's when he orders the Jedi to stand down. And the Jedi said no. And then he tells his men, ready, aim. And that's my favorite part. I even have it written down here. The moment Dooku's sabers ignited. Oh my God.
Oh, by
Like,
the way, I don't have a
that's a
least
Star
favorite.
Wars boner. Huh?
I don't have a least favorite part.
Yeah, I don't think I do either. Actually, I do have a least favorite part. Well, we'll get to that at the end.
So, anyways, fight ensues, right?
Yeah.
Uh, they block off. They like multiple fucking townsmen get shot,
Yeah.
knocked over. I think they're dead, but apparently most of them are still crawling around. So usually one shot kills a person, which is weird in Star Wars. But I'm gonna
Especially
let
if you
this.
got that shitty clone trooper armor
I'm
on.
gonna let this go. I want to feel like they just didn't want to kill off a bunch of townsfolk that seem helpless. Like,
Mhm.
but Dooku, I see where he's coming from. All that shit that he's learned before, and what he's going through now. Like, especially in this first episode, how he sees the senator is not taking care of his people, and then he comes to murder his people just to get his son back instead of like negotiating or even letting the Republic deal with it like they were supposed to be. That's why the Jedi were there. He just took matters into his own hands, which literally proves why Dooku starts to see things another way, which I like.
Right. Um, and literally, Dooku took matters into his own hands, if you catch my drift. Um, dude, so after a short bit of battling goes on, Dooku ends up force choking the senator. And then the young Qui-Gon Jinn, the Padawan, tries to stop his master, Dooku. And Dooku, while still maintaining the force choke on the senator, turns around and force pushes Qui-Gon Jinn back into the doors of the building. I guess it's a church. And that's when Qui-Gon Jinn goes in, frees the boy, tells the boy, "Go save your father now." And while he's force choking the senator, he is also battling off multiple laser blasts from the
Dooku is
guards.
such a badass. I also didn't go through this in the very beginning. Sorry, give me 1 second, James. I'll let you get right back to it. He was actually one of the most accomplished Jedi pupils out of everybody. He was so far ahead of everybody. That's the reason he was able to beat Cypher Diaz with one arm behind his back.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So as he's force choking the senator, he's also saber shielding himself from the blast. Not only shielding himself, but using the force to direct those shots back at the enemy, which is not really enemy, but they are. So as he gets close to the senator, that's when the boy comes out and says, "Stop." And honestly, that's my least favorite part, because I would have liked to have seen him kill the senator. But as he tells Qui-Gon Jinn, he says, "You have saved many lives here today by your actions." And he meant by setting that boy free and stopping him from killing that guy.
Yep.
Because that would have ensued a civil war right there in itself, most likely.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
But fuck that. That senator would have been dead. Maybe somebody else would have got elected. So, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the
Yeah,
Senate
but then-
and the Jedi Order would have been at odds.
Yeah, I mean that would have sent Dooku a little bit faster, but it's fine.
What was you saying, Dylan?
Oh, I was just gonna say then, if that happened, then who would have came to the rescue of Akosha?
Ashoka Tano?
Ahsoka.
Ashoka.
At this
Ahsoka, there we
time,
go.
It's
I
Look,
believe Ahsoka
it's
Tano was still a
like
youngman.
like and then SOK.
Yeah, but you kill him off, you lose that part of
Ahsoka.
the
Ahsoka. Sorry.
of the story,
Yeah, yeah.
the
you
later
do.
part.
You do. You're right. But do you? You don't really. He would have changed faster. He would have been kicked out of the Jedi Order, like for killing the dude, for force choking him. Then he would have joined Palpatine sooner, most likely, because he saw that much difference between the Jedi Council already. And he was already feeling that way because multiple times they were sending Jedi to go do something that had nothing to do
With the Jedi Order.
yeah, with the Jedi Order, and that was getting Jedi killed for no reason. So and then whenever Qui-Gon died, which is in the next episode.
Nope, it's in the third episode.
No, it's in the second. Yeah, it is it is. You're right. I'm so sorry.
In his third episode.
Y'all are
sorry.
both right.
No, he's right. Qui-Gon talks at the end of it, I think.
Or is it in the second? Oh,
Is it in
man.
the second or it's the third? It's the third because it starts off with him looking at that tree.
I was supposed to say it's the third, but it's the second
Yeah.
of this set.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
you're both right.
What? Is it?
From this storyline, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. It's the third
see what I'm saying?
episode, but it's no, it would be the fourth. Fourth and third. Either way, it doesn't fucking matter. The second episode starts off with Dooku and Mace Windu flying in a ship. They're talking about fucking
Yeah, it's the third set of the Count Dooku's episodes. The fourth episode that Qui-Gon dies.
Master Katri has died, and they're looking for her body. Or no, they're going to the place to pick up her body, but he starts asking questions because he doesn't feel like the story makes sense.
He wanted to investigate the place where she was killed.
Mace Windu, being a badass that he is sucks during this entire episode.
Actually, I liked it.
He just wanted to go to the council the whole time whenever
He wanted to
fucking
play it
Dooku
safe.
did what he was supposed to and got that shit done. You know why Mace Windu can't do that shit? Because he teeters on the dark side.
Yeah, but
And he can't fucking he has to stick to the council.
that's why he got
no
the
matter
Senate
what.
seat.
Yeah.
Because he played by their little
Dooku would have been better if
wishy-washy
he was
rules.
just a Sith Lord.
Mace Windu, Sith Lord.
I meant
Lord.
Mace Windu. Sorry. Mace would have been amazing as a Sith. He's super powerful. He made up his own Jedi form in lightsaber combat. He uses the dark side as a Jedi to look it up. Form 7. Look it up.
So, episode 2 of the Dooku series. If the Jedi work for the Senate, okay, and at this time, I do not believe Palpatine is the lead Senate, because that's in episode 2 of the actual Star Wars prequels, and that's after this episode, in the Star Wars timeline. So, if the Jedi work for the Senate, and in episode 2, when what's her name? Not
Padme?
Yes, thank you. When Padme moves to invoke Palpatine as the Lord Supreme, I guess the leader over the Senate, that would make the Jedi following a Sith Lord.
Yep, they do that the entire fucking first 3 episodes.
Unaware. And this is the part I was telling you about. Your
Underwear.
dick's gonna blow out of the water. Under my wear, what? So, that's what I got written down here. If the Jedi worked for the Senate, then when Palpatine took over the Senate, the Jedi basically followed a Sith Lord.
Yep, the entire
for
time.
a good little bit.
Both sides. But
for like a couple of years, or a year, 8 or 2.
We got to talk
So how crazy is that, though? Think about that for a moment. Let's just sit there and ponder. Okay. I'm going to propose a question, or really a theory, or an idea. I want you to pause and think about it for a moment. If Palpatine had control over the Sith plans and the Jedi plans, then he's basically fighting upon himself.
He's been playing both sides, like I've been saying.
I agree, but he's fighting himself at that moment in time. At that moment in time when he's
not fighting
elected,
himself. He's playing.
He's fighting himself. He's fighting the good and the bad with himself.
Take down the Republic. You know what he did with both sides afterwards?
He wore them down so much that were
you know what he did
the
with both
people that he
sides?
really wanted to elect to be the ones in charge over the entire galaxy. He made them the ones. He didn't even bring them into play until after everything has been worn down.
When he was done playing his game, played his game, he murdered both sides. Just killed off everybody. He's like, okay, this is done. Wipe off the table.
And then the fucking droid, the badass battle droid that has like an unfathomable amount of winds. Okay, he gets sent off to some desolate fucking planet where the rebels eventually go and get bombs, and they fight each other to see who can get the bombs and go wipe out whoever they want to wipe out.
How did we get on this? We're supposed to be talking about episode 2 of Dooku.
Yes, sorry. ADHD is a hell of a drug. If anybody ever has been around somebody,
I know what you mean.
ADHD.
So, anyways, they show up at that place, right? And they tell the dude, they're like, the senator there. They tell the senator, they say, how did this chick die? And he said, well, she was ambushed. Right. Ambushed how? Well, they just came out of the forest and shot her. Well, you need to take us to the exact same place where this happened. So they get there, right? They step out. They ask exactly what happened again as they're looking around. They say as soon as she stepped out, she was getting shot at. She got ambushed, shot, and killed.
They dropped down.
Yep. And he said
they didn't specify where though.
Yep. Well, according to them, it was right there. And they said that there was no shots on the ship.
Well, hold on.
And according to the deflected stuff, that there's no way that should happen.
Right.
That is where they dropped down, because they said as soon as she walked out of the ship, she got ambushed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, they dropped down on the ship.
Yep.
But yeah. How crazy was that ending right there in that scene where Mace Windu actually has to kill in self-defense that boy? He's like, "Y'all paid for all this shit," and then that's when Count Dooku sides with them and says, I really do see your side of the story here. When they lock him up in prison, he says, and Mace Windu's like, Count Dooku, like, leave it alone. Sorry if I yelled.
No, he's about to fucking kill that guy.
No. This is when they're in prison.
Oh yeah,
Remember,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
behind the
that's right,
force
that's right,
field,
that's right,
and he's
that's
talking
right.
to him. He's telling him, "Hey, I do see your side of the story."
Yeah, because the dude tells him, he goes, I got it wrote down over here. Something about like, I don't know. Let me
But
find it.
I got written down. This is where you can start to see Count Dooku really turn and question the Jedi ways of the current time. He starts to turn to the dark side. Execute Order 66. God, that's so sexy.
God,
Fuck myself. So, Dylan, how you enjoying this podcasting so far?
It's a lot of stuff I'm learning.
You never seen your uncle this passionate about anything.
I can't
Like-
fucking find it, dude. That's fine.
Like, Star Wars is like nerd shit. He's awesome. I love Star Wars. Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, anything
I
in
don't
the
know.
stars.
Fuck Star Trek. Star Trek can get the fuck out of here.
Man, fuck you, dude. Suck it.
You know what? I will admit, I have watched the very first season, and
Of
part
which
of,
No,
one?
I can't.
part of the second season, the very
Of
first
what
season,
one?
the very first season,
The original series
and I
in
watched like the
66?
first 3 movies. Yep.
Dude, you need to watch fucking the first season of Star Trek
No.
The
And I
Next
watched the
Generation.
newer movie.
Nobody wants to
The
watch
both
trash
of
ass
them.
Star Trek.
It's not that good.
Fuck you, Dylan.
It's not bad.
Listen,
It's
They're
not
trying
bad.
to.
watch the first season of The
Something
Next
good.
Generation.
I can barely even watch like the ending part of Star Wars. Like, you really think I can watch that fucking Star Trek shit?
Listen,
you gotta get deeper
Counselor
into Star
Troy.
Wars. There's so much in there, dude.
Counselor Troy is so hot. Like, dude, I'm just saying.
So you're infatuated with her. That's the issue. Huh?
She is very attractive in The Next Generation.
So that's
Oh,
what
here it
that's what
is.
keeps you on.
No.
Mace, look, check it out.
It's
Sorry,
actually Jean-Luc Picard. That bald head.
I found it.
Phenomenal.
It says Mace asks, "Why didn't you go to Katrine? She's part of the council." He says the Jedi are lapdogs for the Senate. The Jedi
Mhm.
claim peace, but only keep law and order for the rich and powerful.
Yep.
So,
That's why Count Dooku had a big problem with the
Exactly.
first episode.
so he sees that in 2 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the other stuff that happens, they send off Mace Windu to go fight. Well, hold on. Let's get to the 3rd episode.
Thank you. We need to get pushed through this.
Now I'm gonna
We're
let
almost
you.
home.
Yeah, you keep taking us off track.
My bad.
It's probably me too. I don't know.
It's a little bit of ADHD.
You wanted to do this one, right?
So how,
Yeah, I got it. So in episode 4, which is the 3rd series of Count Dooku's. So here we see Count Dooku erase Camino as his old friend, Safadias. Because if you remember in episode, I believe 2, that's when Obi-Wan is sent to find Camino. And when he goes to the Jedi records in the temple, or not in the temple, but in the order,
It was
he-
a temple.
is it temple? Okay, thank you. He realizes that his old master had, or not, I believe it's his old master. He realized his old master had erased the Camino. And so he went to Yoda, which was teaching younglings at the time, and asked Yoda, he said, "Hey, I've lost a planet, and I don't know where it's at." And then Yoda goes,
Lost the planet you have.
"Children, this is a lesson to learn today." He says, how would one be able to find a planet if I got a Yoda voice, but sorry. How would one be able to find a planet if no planet existed? And the kid said, "Wouldn't it be gravity or something like that?" And so,
No, they said somebody must have erased it off the archive.
oh, that's right, yeah. So eventually, the gravity thing comes into play, and I'm a little tipsy. I'm tired too.
They were
Sorry.
talking about how like the planet
The planets,
rotation is
right?
like
Yeah,
this, so that means there should be a planet right here.
right there. Yep.
Yeah.
And so then he goes to talk. Shit, this is Dooku, not even Obi-Wan. Sorry, but Obi-Wan goes to talk to that guy that sells assassin stuff, and he's like I guess a merchandiser, and that's when he finds out that the blow dart that Jango Fett, used to try to assassinate Senator Amidala, Padme, and that's when he gets to go to Camino and
Can
find
sense everything that's going on in that room right there.
So, that's why Count Dooku erased the Camino records. So they couldn't go find the place where the stormtroopers were originally built. And also, Count Dooku, he has an alias at this time. Do you got his alias written down, Clinton?
I don't need it. Tyrannus?
What?
Or is it
Tyrannus.
Tyrannus? No. His
Tyrannus?
alias that
It's Tyrannus.
Tyrannus is Darth Tyrannus. That's his Sith Lord name.
Right. But that's what the Camino people.
The
That's what they know
Camino
him by.
people. No. They did fucking Cypher Diaz's name. And he's like Cypher Diaz has been
but
killed
they
for
also
a long
know
time.
they also know Tyrannus'
Oh,
name.
okay. They might have also known them. You're right. I think you're right.
See, he Count Dooku set up the order for the stormtroopers as
We're supposed to be talking
Master
about
Jedi.
Part
Jedi.
three,
We
not
are.
episode 3.
We are. He sets up this order for the stormtroopers as Master Safadias. That's why he also used his Jedi codes to erase Camino. That way, all signs would point to him, which is dead, to go and basically bury the hatchet. So Count Dooku tells Qui-Gon he would like to meet his Padawan, his Jedi in training, Obi-Wan, which is funny. I thought it was hilarious because if you remember in episode 3, or no, it's episode 2, he actually meets him and he tells Obi-Wan in the meeting, right? He says, "Your master would have joined me if he was still alive." Which, if you think about it, going through this Tales of the Jedi, you see that Qui-Gon is a lot like Count Dooku, and thinking about the Jedi Order, the Jedi way, and so this goes to the point where he's staring at the tree, and Master Yaddle. Anyway, she comes up to him and tells him, starts talking to him, and he says, he was born on Coruscant, and Qui-Gon was, and never seen trees, and he always found this tree fascinating. And she, skipping over some of the dialogue, she said, "Aren't you going to go to the ceremony?" And he said, "No, there's no point because he's already one with the Force." Now, I got questions here. Does he know that he Force ghosted? That he actually became one with the physical living Force?
Let's see.
Or does he know that he died? Because if you remember, when Qui-Gon's buried, when he's burned at the ocean or at the sea, he disappears.
I have a problem with it because the Force Ghost thing with Qui-Gon and in Clone Wars, you learn that he was not able to keep his body. Right?
He wasn't able to keep his corporeal form.
Right, because he didn't finish the training. Right? But in Obi-Wan, he has a full body.
It's been a long time. Think about it. If you have nothing but time to fucking contemplate and think and train and
we'll say that happened.
You know what I mean? 8 years, that's a long time, dude. And it's not even really 8 years from his
longer than
death.
8
It's more
years.
like 12 or 14.
Yeah.
Or no, like 16 or something. It's
I
a
think he
crazy
was
amount of
20.
time.
I think Anakin was 24. I can't like I don't quote me on it, but I think he was like 24 whenever he became Darth Vader. You can Google it.
So I thought that was an interesting fact that Qui-Gon was born on Coruscant.
Now you
Or
know
as I
where
like
you
to
know where the
mistakenly
Emperor's
say,
from.
Coruscant. Who?
You know where the Emperor's from?
Actually, no.
Naboo.
Oh yeah, I think yeah. 'Cause he was a senator there, and yeah. So, Sidious doesn't trust Dooku. Okay, so we go to the part where Dooku and Sidious are talking. Emperor Palpatine. At the time, just Palpatine.
He's 22.
Um,
I was wrong. 22 years old.
don't throw your phone. You might need it. So Sidious and Dooku are talking, right? And I forget exactly what was said. I didn't write the whole conversation down. But basically Dooku told Sidious, "You don't trust me?" And he says, "No."
No, he goes, you let Qui-Gon die. You weren't supposed
Oh
to let
yeah.
Qui-Gon die. And he goes, you lost
He
an
could have been a
apprentice.
powerful ally.
And I lost an apprentice.
And then Dooku or Sidious turns around and says, "Yeah, for you."
Yeah, exactly.
And then he said, "I also lost an apprentice," which I thought was fucking crazy because Darth Maul, I don't think he might have been a better fighter than Qui-Gon Jinn, but who was more powerful with the Force? I think Qui-Gon Jinn was. Um,
No. Qui-Gon was more in touched to the Force. Like he understood the Force more. More powerful. The Sith are always more powerful because they draw from they use the Force. They
they used
draw
their
from the
anger.
Force. They draw from the Force. The Jedi use the Force. They bend the Force.
So, anyways, I thought that was fun. That he said, "I don't trust you," and that really shows that Dooku is a pawn. Um, and he's just a pawn, and you can kind of get the vibe there in that scene that Sidious is just using him to get to Anakin, because Anakin's the chosen one. Which after the point where he leaves the father time and the son and daughter, after that point, I think he basically throws the chosen one's path in the trash can, basically, and starts forging his own path. That's where things get fucked up for Anakin. I think that's a point of no return,
Well, hold
in my
on.
opinion.
What about what happens after what he says to Palpatine? Yaddle shows up because she was hiding
Listening,
behind
that little bitch.
she was hiding behind the thing, and she's like, uh, what did she say? She says something. Yaddle tells him,
Come to
uh,
me. I'll take your side.
yeah, she says that she quit the council. That
She stepped down from the council.
yeah,
Now, did you get the vibe that she meant like you can take my seat
no.
if that's what you
I
wanted,
believe in
or
you. I believe what you're saying. I stepped down from the council. So she's saying pretty much like, come on, we can go solve this together. I left my place as the council. Me and you, we can start like a riot, I guess. I don't know. Because I don't know what her leaving the council is actually going to do unless they became Siths together and like became rebels and then try to overthrow the republic. We don't know because we never got to see all that. But that's a good fucking question and it made me start thinking about something I didn't even think about before. So congratulations, James. Jesus.
you're welcome.
Fucking with
So,
his head.
Sorry. What'd you say? You say what was that? Yeah, fuck. Man, sorry.
what'd you say, Dylan?
Oh, I said you're just fucking with his head.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fucking with my head.
I'm mind fucking you. I hope you're wearing a condom.
Whoa, whoa.
Sorry. It's after dark, literally. And okay. So Yaddle comes
It's
out
not
to
there
play,
yet.
right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yaddle comes out to play, and she's trying to convince Dooku to come back to the light, right? And And I just love the fact that Sidious didn't even fucking care to try to talk him back towards the dark. He's like, it's a lie. And that's it. I'm like,
Do it.
yeah, exactly. He does do a similar
He
thing, but
tells her,
he says kill her.
yeah, he says, if you want me to trust you, then kill her. And then I have wrote down epic battle ensues. That's what it says. And then it's like they fight for a second. He shuts
The
the
door.
thing on her,
Mm-hmm.
and then that doesn't kill her, of course. She lifts it up. Badass music that makes you think that something awesome is about to happen. And then she just
gets out and falls over.
down.
Like, too
Dooku,
much force. Too much force.
and then Dooku walks up and slices her down, cuts her down like she's fucking
Whoa,
nothing,
whoa,
dude.
whoa! You didn't even give a good
No
line out that he
remorse.
said.
No remorse.
He said, the Jedi. She said, if you think, after all the sacrifice of all the lives lost, and that's what you call peace, or that's what you call,
justice. Something like
justice or something. I forget exactly what, but he said, if you want peace, then let me give it to you. And then that's when his saber ignites. And he pauses as he realizes what he's about to do. And he goes,
that. First
chops off her
step
head.
into the fucking dark side right there. When they say once you kill the person, that's how Anakin happened. He fucking cut off Dooku's head and then he couldn't go back, dude. It's
Now,
downfall
let's
from there.
let me pause here. Let me pause here and ask that question. And I know it's going to be off subject, and I'm so sorry again for y'all, the viewer. But do you think that Count Dooku, Darth Tyrannus, knows Sidious is Palpatine?
I don't think right now he knows.
Because if
He
he
might,
did
though.
know, right? Why would he not tell Anakin, dude, he's a fucking Sith Lord?
He definitely knew by that time. And that's why the little funny ass reel that goes around, that's
Yeah.
like wherever he's like, kill him. He's like, wait, he's a Sith Lord. He hired
Check
me.
his pocket. Check his pocket. He
He's
got a lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to know.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just looking for my phone for a second, and I forgot that that's what I'm on.
Somebody's
I was
drunk.
like, wait, where did my phone go? I didn't even see it.
I think my favorite part, because I don't have a worst favorite. Or you already said your least. What do you think your least favorite? You know what? We'll ask. Do you got a least favorite?
Yeah, I was super pissed off by fucking the tiger just walking back in there at the very beginning. But that's not part of this episode, or part
No,
of
no,
2,
no.
3, or
No,
4.
no, your
It's
worst favorite.
all together.
All out of the
all
whole
together.
thing.
Yeah,
So you didn't understand that part, did you?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on.
I understood that. Well, I didn't understand the way the Force worked on the tiger. Like
You
she-
can. They touched mine.
touched the tiger's nose,
Watch the Rebels.
but I was confused. At first, I was kind of like, okay, the tiger's trying to scare her. So what's the issue?
Honestly,
And then
it should have been
and then it
faster.
just jumps to it. Yeah, I wish it was just the tiger just would have eaten her. I don't know.
I love
Like-
Ahsoka.
All that aggressiveness, and he didn't cut Ahsoka's mom. Didn't even
Ahsoka.
he backhanded her basically. Fucking
Ahsoka.
backhanded the fuck out of her. Knocked her on the ground. Fucking picked up the baby by its back of its
Collar.
shirt.
Instead of
Like it
ripping
didn't do
its head
anything mean. It was the nicest thing in the world.
off.
For such an aggressive animal, it was so fucking nice.
You know what?
So,
I'll agree
do
with
you
you.
wanna
That
take it,
was
Clinton?
probably the worst part out of all of it.
Do you want to take it, Clinton?
On which one?
To explain why?
Yeah. Okay. So you've seen Avatar, right?
No.
You've never watched Avatar?
The one where the twins,
No,
one of the twins
I
dies?
know what it is, the blue guy movie, but I don't know.
Oh
shit.
my
never watched
god, dude. What
Well,
the fuck?
Okay, her touching
Uncultured.
it
I
is
watch
like
action movies. Okay.
they connect.
It is
They
action.
connected through the Force. They
Okay.
they like when she touched it, it pretty much like they felt each other's souls. kind of like an Avatar when they link together with all the animals. If you would have seen Avatar, you'd understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
And if you like Star Trek, you'd understand the mind meld from Vulcans.
Yeah. So
I mean, I could get touching the soul and stuff like that. It's just crazy.
That's why
so
we're
you
explaining
know-
like a little baby,
Well,
like
there's
a
so many-
1-year-old.
Okay,
Have
listen.
that kind of power.
The Force lives through everybody, everything,
Yeah.
every little
Talked
piece
about
of
in
life,
episode 1.
right? So, whenever you're Force sensitive, certain people have different like better Force abilities,
Natural abilities.
Yes, and hers was apparently nature. She could feel out through the Force and touch like animals' hearts better than most Jedi can.
Okay, so
Like-
then why wouldn't she have a reaction with the little puppies that were there? Like, why wouldn't the puppies like that would have been cool?
I don't
If she
know.
had some kind of
The puppies
connection
weren't
with
trying to
the
kill
little
her. I don't know. I have no
Yeah.
idea. She was like, she's always in. I don't know.
I guess that's how they discovered her sensitiveness. So that's kind of cool. It's the
Yeah.
discovery part.
I understand though. That is kind of
Yeah.
fucked up. The damn thing. It definitely should have fucking bit off her head a long time ago.
Like this was before she even touched him. Like he carried her into the fucking den and just dropped her off on the side and like went to go licking himself.
Usually whenever a fucking animal bites something, they bite it at the neck and break its neck. So the fact that
So
it
we
just,
should have
like-
seen a fucking baby with a broken neck. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, James, you got a least favorite?
Man, it's tough. My least favorite, thinking about it now, might have been the fact that it doesn't show Count Dooku and Darth Sidious meeting for the first time. You think
Okay.
that would have been, it just goes from him maybe turning to the dark side to full-fledged, I'm doing this now.
Yeah, there's more story in the book. Read the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
I got to.
I'm not reading.
That's probably Audible. Just
Audible.
listen to 'em.
So that brings
What?
me a question then. So like, is this something that's going to continue? Are they going to make a second season of this? More episodes?
Well, Dooku's
Well, they
already
do have
dead,
more Jedis
but yeah, I do plan on
and
them
Sith.
making different like off stories, background, like to fill people in on certain things that. some
I
people
don't
might
really
not.
see them making a
Like, do you think
No.
Tales of the Jedi is done?
no.
these 6
I don't think they're gonna make a Tales of the Sith because they had the Acolyte movie coming out or Acolyte movie or TV show coming out next year, which is gonna be amazing.
They might make more, but it's going to be different characters.
Yeah.
Like it
Okay.
won't be Ahsoka or
This
Dooku.
is this
They'll
purpose
focus
of
on
the
different Jedi.
Yes.
this purpose of the Tales of the Jedi is just filling in gaps for people that wondered what happened and where they came from. Like, I wish they
Okay.
would have did Qui-Gon Jinn. Maybe they'll do Qui-Gon Jinn. Being a Padawan growing up. Obviously, we know how he dies. If you don't, what the fuck are you watching this for? I'm just saying.
First he gets
Um,
elbowed in the face, and then he gets stabbed through the stomach. That's how he dies.
Well, thanks. But yeah, yes. What's your favorite parts, guys?
My favorite part is probably your favorite part. I don't know what your favorite part is.
What is my favorite part?
My favorite part, my favorite part is whenever fucking Dooku's force choking that dude
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking bouncing off all those shots.
it just shows the true power.
Dude, it was fucking hilarious. I was like, yeah, get him.
What about you, Dylan?
I'm still sticking with it. My favorite part's when she fucking beheads the hell out of it.
Hell
of
yeah.
Out of the Inquisitor.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just so
It's
to see her
powerful.
getting fucking knocked down over and over and over and over, and then to just like fucking make this man her bitch, like
Ahsoka's a
just own
badass,
the
dude.
fuck out of him.
He is.
Ahsoka's probably
Well,
trained by fucking Anakin.
Turned off his saber and then fucking cut his head off.
which
That's
they
fucking amazing.
say in multiple multiple settings. When I say settings, like TV shows, movies, that Anakin is probably one of the best teachers of the Jedi lightsaber fights, duels, and he's just a pimp, and he makes everybody his bitch.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm kidding, but yeah, man. Well, Dylan, let me ask you something. We don't normally rate the entire season, but since we didn't have like episode per episode, and we just did it all in one night, what would you rate this series?
I don't know.
You can say
Out
whatever
of
you
what?
want.
Like a
You're
10?
not gonna hurt our feelings.
Out of
Yeah.
10?
Yeah, 1
Huh?
out of 10.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
1 out of 10? I don't know. Probably a 7 or an 8.
That's
It
fair.
was good. Like it was good enough to it was good enough to draw me in, obviously.
Okay,
And
cool.
that's saying something because anytime any of the Star Wars animated stuff has come out, it's kind of been a turnoff for me because I don't like watching animated stuff that much.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah.
Most people I know
I like-
don't. I didn't.
I
And then
didn't
I
either.
watched it and I was like, oh my fucking
I love
God.
it.
Like that's why I don't watch the Clone Wars animated, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
And that's why I don't watch it.
yeah.
It's because it's animated. Like I don't know.
Look.
it's like watching a cartoon.
That's what
I thought that was
about
like the
it.
kids version of Star Wars,
Watching-
like the PG.
A lot of
Watching
people
the
say it.
first 2 or 3 seasons of the animated Clone Wars is going to be extremely difficult at times. Some episodes are going to be awesome. Some are going to be, what the fuck am I doing in my life? Kind of questions. But once you get past like season 3, season 2, some varying
It gets
opinions
fucking
of that.
good, dude. I'm
It
telling
gets
you.
so good. You don't want to watch anything else. I was watching it on my TV at the house
When I
instead of
finished,
watching it at work.
when I finished Clone Wars, Rebels was already out, all of Rebels, and season 1 of Bad Batch. So after I got done watching fucking Clone Wars,
Wait, you're that new?
yeah, to Clone
Oh,
Wars,
wow.
yeah.
So you're like right ahead of me. then.
I watched
I'm right
all of
behind you.
Clone Wars, then watched all of Rebels because like at first I was like, I didn't want to watch this. Bad Batch came out in 2020, so that's whenever I watched it. It was only like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I'm 33. This shit came out when I was like 16.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it took me that long to watch it. But I watched it and I was like, oh my God, like this is fucking good. You just have to get past the first couple seasons and then it gets so good afterwards. And then I just had to go watch Rebels. I was like, fuck it, I'm already watching these. I want to see what this one's about. And I watched it. Do not watch, what is it called? I can't even remember what it's called. Resistance?
Oh yeah, the Resistance.
Don't
that.
watch that one. That one sucks. But watch Rebels and watch Clone Wars and watch the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch is fucking amazing. James, you're gonna have to continue watching the Bad Batch. We can't do episodes over it because it's gonna come out in January 4th and we don't have enough time.
Yeah. So that leads me to my next question here. With the Bad Batch, are we gonna watch all the episodes and then go over the whole season, or are we just not gonna cover the first season at all?
Well, do you want me to start watching it? We can do it in 3 parts. I can watch them and write stuff down, and we can do them in 3 parts before season 2 starts. Or we can just come on and bullshit about Star Wars the next two or 3 episodes. Or even nerd shit, We'll talk about some MCU stuff. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Just let me know. We'll fucking set a date.
We'll figure it out.
No, I'm just kidding.
As long as there's beer involved, we'll be all right.
So I think that's it.
Yep.
Wait, I want to rate it first. What'd you rate it?
Oh shit, I forgot to rate it. It's hard not to go too high because I feel like it could easily, in my opinion, get a 9.5. But I feel like that would just be too sleazy. You know,
If you want to rate it 9.5,
I would give
it a 9.5
I would
then.
give it no, I would give it an 8.25, and the reason being is there's scenes and things that we don't see in the movies or our animated series that could have been in these 12, 15-minute episodes and just wasn't in there. And I think they could have made them just a tad bit longer, and we could have got more information on the backstory of the character,
I agree.
especially with Qui-Gon Jinn.
It's fine. I want to give it an
So I li-
8.5. Go ahead.
I like the shorter episodes honestly because it's easier to like. I don't know.
Digest.
I'm always really busy too, and so like I don't have time to sit down and watch like a super whole long lot of freaking TV, and that's another thing that'll deter me from watching an entire season. Like you said, Clone Wars. Like what is it? 4 seasons?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Clone Wars
four
is
se-
7. Clone Wars is
Oh,
7
7
seasons.
seasons.
Yeah.
See, that's so much stuff to watch.
Rebels is 4 seasons.
Mhm.
And there's like 20.
Yeah,
Hey, but they're only 20-minute episodes.
Yeah. On
yeah.
both of them.
20 minutes is still a lot of time because
Not
an hour and
really.
I had to
It's
watch
only
3.
it's only like 3 or 4 more minutes
You know what?
longer.
I say
in
fuck
reality.
those. Just listen to our podcast. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, see, then I got to make time for the podcast. You know,
And our podcast run pretty
it's the whole
fucking
thing.
long.
Yeah, especially
Like
this one.
one's been running for about 2 hours.
Hey, because we got a special
Rough.
Yeah,
guest
but this
on,
isn't all.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I rate mine 8.5. I think I told you
I
that.
say
Right?
at 3 what?
No, an
3 what?
8.5. I do love the way it filled you in with a bunch of stuff that like you were missing because I did wonder like how they knew about Ahsoka becoming force sensitive. Like who even told them? Do they just like show up? Like do they feel it through the force? I don't fucking know. But I did like the beginning at least. I do like seeing Dooku being a fucking badass because Dooku to me I wanted to see more about him, and then whenever I was doing this, I was able to look up more about him and figure out more about him. And I found out that he has this look on the Jedi and the entire Republic as if they're they're just a pawn, and I don't know, they're just following orders, and he doesn't like a bunch of stuff that they're doing, and I see how he was able to transition from the light to the dark and make sure. I don't know. I just love Dooku. Dooku is like one of my most favorite characters now. Just saying. He's
That's
a
awesome.
fucking badass. Look up, dude. I'm telling you, at least listen to
No
some stuff, dude.
regrets.
I'm telling you. It's good.
Our
man.
shows are maybe not be the most professional shows. Now that I got a mic and a camera, it might be a little closer. But man, our shows are full of heart and full of passion. So that's something we got going for us.
Yep, I might be wrong sometimes too. Like I might
A lot
fuck
of the
some
times.
shit. Hey.
I'm just teasing.
I might
You're
fuck
actually
some-
pretty good.
I might fuck
So that's the
some
good thing
shit
about
up,
opinions, though.
yeah.
Like, opinions mixed with facts. Like you're gonna have some stuff that's just gonna sit differently with you. Like
Well, see, also
they give you so much information, you have to digest it with however you're gonna digest it. So it's
that's
okay
true.
to have different
That's true.
stuff.
But I also rewatch my stuff, and I'm like, well, I meant this whenever I said that, and then I'm like, oh fuck, it's
Yeah.
out there though, so fuck. Maybe I can
Yeah.
correct that on my next episode, and then I just forget. So,
By the way, I was wrong.
Say some off the wall thing. You know what I meant.
yeah, exactly. Like at the beginning of this episode, I like took back what I
Lost
said about
audio.
Qui-Gon and fucking Rel Everos being switched in Padawans with Dooku. I fucked that up. But anyways, we're gonna head and take this out. I'm
Hey, wait.
gonna kill this episode.
One question.
Go ahead.
Do you think Yaddle and Yoda made baby Grogu?
I believe it's very possible because he grew up in the Jedi Temple and nobody knows anything about that species, and they were the only two there at the time. So yes, I believe that's
Is
possible.
Yoda
Ooh.
He's
that
fit-
cane walking old man?
He's 50
900 years old.
Grogu is 50 years older.
Boy, still marching.
But that means Yaddle and fucking Yoda were in the Jedi Temple at the same time. So, and on the
And
council,
they did
most
have a
likely.
kid together. What does that say about their belief in the Jedi
Well,
Order?
see, this is another thing. There is a couple Jedi, or I really only know of one. I can't think of his name at the time, but he has like a dying race that nobody like their
Ooh.
race is out. So like he has multiple wives that he's able to have kids with.
Maybe that's how they can get away with having Grogu.
Yep.
Is because It's an extended. I mean, there's no other person in that race besides Grogu.
Other than Yaddle, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
And
mean,
Yaddle,
I'm
you
just saying,
don't even see her in a series until this series.
if that's true though, and Yaddle and Yoda were the last two, that means Grogu is literally the last one because Yaddle and Yoda are both dead. So,
But take it out because I want to get nasty. Let's do this.
all right, y'all. Check out our other fucking shows, anything and everything, nerd style. Make sure to go check out our fucking Facebook. We do polls weekly, not weekly, but most of the time on the movies that we're fucking trying to pick. Make sure to look at this dude down here in the eyes and tell him how beautiful they are. And we'll see you later and get the fuck out of here, everybody.
Peace.